and welcome to Empowering Women in Chiropractic. My name is Dr. Nathalie Beauchamp. I am the co-host for today's show. Co-host because there's other women chiropractors hosting this amazing show. And the purpose of the show put on by ChiroSecure, and thank you to ChiroSecure for putting the show on, is to share what we're doing in our practices. And if some of us are coaches now, because we've been in practice for quite some time, is sharing what has been successful in our practices. So the topic for my talk today is how to keep it fresh in your practice. And I myself have to do this on a regular basis so I can stay engaged and my patient as well. So this past weekend, I was giving a longer version of this presentation at our one of our Canadian organization here, and that was the topic that I wanted to discuss because some of us have been in practice for 5 years, some 10, some 20, some 30. So I think it's very important in terms of communication also that we keep it fresh. So hence the title of my talk. So what I want to cover today is how I'm using webinar in my practice to grow and engage and retain patient. How I'm also using tailored campaign to personalize it as much as I can to what patients' concerns are and lifestyle challenges that they may have. And also, some of you may already know that, but I have published 6 books now, and one of them I use in my systems at the clinic, and it goes along with an app as well. So want to share what I'm doing, hopefully to inspire, to give you ideas to say, hey, you know what? I'm a little bit stale in my own excitement right now or communication with patient, and hopefully that will give you some ideas. So things have changed in practice, but education has not in terms of being a tool for growth. Why I love webinar and online program? Well, multitude of things. So why webinar? Speaking engagement and live events are limited, even if now we're back to more live events, but it's the convenience. It seems like people like the convenience of doing things online on their own time. It's a great way to educate your patient on lifestyle topics that they may want to hear about. And at the same time, you can really link it into telling the chiropractic message. It helps become the trustworthy source for them and their health, and you can share your passion. So if your practice specializes in, let's say, pediatric or so forth, like you can really target and focus the webinars on things that are exciting to you as well. It allows you to leverage your time. You create it once and then you can use again, and I'll share that in a few seconds. And you have something exciting to talk about when the patients are coming in. So I will have a poster, I'll share it in my newsletter, and when the person comes in, hey, did you sign up for the webinar on XYZ topic, because I think it'll be very pertinent to you. So it gives me something to talk about and get excited about. So how do you know what to talk about? Well, survey your patient base. So this is a screenshot of a SurveyMonkey that I had sent to my list, and they told me what they wanted to hear about. There's also, I'd left a place for them to write if a topic wasn't there. So survey your audience, and then you can really focus on what they want to hear about. And again, always tying it back to the spine, the nervous system, and the power of being well adjusted. The technology, well, this can vary. I'm a big fan of a platform called Webinar Jam. It's not very expensive, and it is so robust. I have been using it for, oh my goodness, close to 10 years now. And they keep getting it better and better, that it becomes a system on its own. Sending email for registration, the landing page, the replay, the follow-up. You can also connect it with SMS to text 15 minutes prior. It is really, truly nice. And also the green room, you can upload your PowerPoint, you can have links, people can ask you questions. I really, really, really love it. So if you are thinking of doing more webinar, I would strongly suggest this platform. And as I said, it's only gotten better. Now, if you don't want to go that route just yet, Zoom has obviously come a long way in the last 4 or 5 years. Not an expert other than using it for video conferencing, but I believe that there's a upgraded version that you can have multiple people clicking on the link as well. And then having a powerful presentation. This is a tool that I've been using for also many years. It's called Beautiful AI. Very inexpensive. It creates amazing graphics and slides. And also the platform is getting better each time. What I love about it, how many of us have USB stick of this presentation that we've done kind of all over the place? Well, now it's in the cloud. You have all of your presentation in one spot. So if you're thinking of a slide that, oh, I talked about this in this presentation, then you can go and retrieve specifically that slide. So it's a little bit of a learning curve, because the better it gets in terms of what it does, the more complex it gets. But for me, definitely a game changer. And then in terms of graphics, I think every practice probably has the platform Canva. Pretty easy now to do very nice visual graphic. And I'm all about, this title was Your Body on Fire, How Inflammation Causes Pain, Fatigue, and Brain Fog, and the tools we have to fight it. And then I tell them the 3 things that they're going to learn when they join, with the time and the date. And then obviously promote it in your newsletter, promote it on social. If there's people that are not part of your clinic, or maybe are not necessarily close to your clinic, they can still get on. And it's always great to have, more people than not. And you never know who they may know that lives close to you as well. So those are possible stats to expect. It's hard to know how many people are going to sign up. And the point I want to make with this is 1,000 people clicked on the link. So whatever presentation, I do think that was the inflammation presentation. 1,000 people clicked on the link, and out of those, 720 registered. So pretty good conversion. Obviously, good title, good topic, and my audience is, my current database, so they know me. So the trust is there. But where I want to bring your attention is that 272 listened to it live, and 251 watched the replay. And the reason for this is that I do my presentation at lunch now. I'm just way more fresh than doing it in the evening. And then I tell them in the email that I send to promote it, if you can't attend, it's okay. Sign up anyway, and you'll get access to the replay for 1 week. You need to put a timeline on it. So that's why people have watched it after. So again, all of this is doable quite nicely with Webinar Jam. Now, most of the time with my webinars, I'll have a call to action, and my call to action is downloading an app, which is free with great content. So for instance, with this one, it was the anti-inflammatory diet for 28 days, and it comes with supplement that I suggest. I even uploaded to this platform, which is called Well World, and I know there's other out there, but I really, really like this one. And it is attached to a specific supplement company. That was their, their way of helping us practitioner. So I uploaded a 7 body part workout, or 7 workouts, and also breath work as well. So it is truly complete for people to say, yeah, start date, end date, and so forth. So, and then the platform is pretty robust to keep people engaged. So all offered by Design for Health with their connection with Well World. So strongly suggest. And then I do make that webinar evergreen. So I'll upload it to either my YouTube channel or Vimeo, and I will have a landing page specifically for it. So if a patient comes in, I'm like, you know what, I did a webinar on this, 6 months ago that I think you would really benefit. And then I give them the link to that landing page. They can watch the webinar there, and then the information for them to download the application is there. So really repurposing. And I've done this, this is just 6 examples of different topic on stress, inflammation, detox, weight loss, different programs or different webinars that I've done that now are evergreen, and I can give to the people that are relevant to that topic if they want more information. So lots of fun, and like I said, webinar jam. People can ask questions. You can make it interactive. It's a great way to stay top of mind and remind people. And every time after I do a webinar, doesn't matter the topic, people are going to be coming in for their adjustments, and just it was a reminder for them to come in the office. Now, why I love educational campaign and books and application. Well, in our office, everybody runs their office differently, but obviously we focus on the chiropractic aspect. But I always like to ask that question: if you had a magic wand, what health issues would you like to focus on? And I find that this is where they're going to tell us about their gut. This is where they're going to tell us about brain fog or things that they may not think that chiropractic is related. And then with this, again, I'm all about system, create it once. I created a series of email for each of those topics. So it's cardiometabolic, brain or cognition, inflammation, we've got hormones, we've got gut, general health, and weight loss. And then we trigger people in those campaigns. And I do say to the patient that I do that, and I give them a handout as well. So create it once, and then you're supporting people again with the chiropractic message on what they can do for those different things. So this is something now a lot of our email newsletter platform have the ability to create campaigns. So I strongly suggest that. And then a book. Ever thought of writing one? And I said here, it's easier than you think. And it is definitely because you probably have the content all the time and you're answering those questions days in and days out. So for this book, Fired Up and Feeling Great, 10 Key Strategy to Activate Your Body's Healing Power and Be Pain-Free, I pretty much wrote it based on everything that I talk about daily. So ergonomic setup with standing, with sitting, the pillows, the bed, anti-inflammatory food, you name it. So I said, you know what? I'm repeating myself. Let's put it in a book, which I did. And it does really stand out in the mind of your patient that you are an author. So the benefit, it does showcase your knowledge and expertise, helps position yourself as a thought leader. It does differentiate you from your competition, and it makes you stand out for sure. And then also identifies or position your clinic as the go-to place when it comes to health. Build stronger relationship with your patient. For instance, chapter 2 of this book is my chiropractic story. Why did I become a chiropractor? And it's so cool that patients are, oh, Nathalie, I didn't know you were from, this small town or what have you. So connecting with the patient even more. It can serve as a marketing tool. I have given it to patients, let's say when they had a skeptical spouse or somebody that they wanted them to know more about chiropractic. You can also sell the book in your clinic if you choose to do so. And it's a great strategy to reactivate inactive patient. And it gives you content for social media and so forth. So you can see the multitude of places that you can use this. And also with this, I figure let's write or get an app that goes with it. And again, it's easier than you think, especially if it's not connected to iOS or the application that with the update you constantly have to change. So I found a platform that made it quite easy, and there's many of them out there. People download the app, and then in the application, I put links to video for exercise and so forth. So now I'm giving patients no excuse with the book and the nutrition advice, the ergonomic advice, the breath work, the sleep, the fitness, the vitamin component for them. So it does really put the accountability back in the patient's court. And not to be sneaky sometime, but or cheeky, I should say. Then when they say, "What about this?" I said, "I believe it's in page 50 of the book. I, really explain it well." And then they just smile and grin, meaning that read the book, do what's in the book or try to, and I'll do my part as a chiropractor, and lifestyle will be very much covered with what's in the book. We also have a link to our Google reviews in there. And then just for fun, I also, if people check off that they looked at the 6 section, I give them a little swag when they come in, a little vitamin case when they travel that is branded to the clinic. So having fun with this, honestly, it's been fantastic and fabulous. And again, it's giving me something to talk about, which is great. So some drawback of writing a book, it can be time consuming. It does require certain experts, in terms of editor and design and formatting and so forth. And, it can take several rounds to write the book because you're always tweaking and making it better. So it can take longer than you anticipated, and the cost does add up. And it can be a bit of a learning curve. I know that as doctors, sometimes, some doctors are great at writing. Some of us are more the number type of people, and we're not so great at writing. So depending on if you like to write or not, but now there's just so many tools to help you. And then there's no marketing plan in place other than how you're going to implement it in your office. You're not doing this to become an Amazon bestseller. It is truly to give value to your patient, making sure that they have the information that they need. For instance, I have, again, just to not have patient have any excuses, I've got 3 sets of 10 exercise at work, one specifically how to stretch at work, literally on a chair or close to a chair, so space is not an issue. And then office workout, again, body weight movement, 10 of them that they can do at work. And then the third one are core exercise and posterior chain exercise, because a lot of our patients are sitting and are in flexion. So with those 30 exercise, again, tools for them to take their health into their own hands. And then with that, I been asked by some colleagues, Nathalie, can you guide me into doing this? I really like the concept. So I decided to jump in and help my fellow colleagues to either write a book of their own, or if they don't want to, they can use the content of my book. So what we've done is we change the title. We obviously do your own story. So I have an editor that interviews the doctor and write their story in a compelling manner. And then we edit certain aspect of the book. For instance, if you don't do insight subluxation scan, if you don't carry orthotics, or if your technique is very different and you want to focus on this, if you have other practitioners that are experts in different areas. So we can edit some of the sections. So I've had a great time doing this with many offices now, and it also comes, with the application, with the marketing in place for you to implement it in your office. So it's been a lot of fun to be able to do this. And like I said, it's talk about refreshing your practice. Doing this is definitely a great way. So would love to hear from you. Actually, I'm going to put back this slide here. So the more information here is doneforyouauthorprogram.com. You can book a call with me straight from that site. Let's have a discussion if you see this would be a good fit for you, or just have a discussion, because I think as chiropractor, we have a message that needs to be delivered, and we're all doing it in unique ways, if you think about it, because you've molded your practice to what your strengths are, the technique that you're using, and so forth. And having a book that is reflecting of you and is positioning you as an expert in your community is a great way to refresh your practice. So take me up on booking a call, or you can send me a quick email. Would love to chat and see if you have any question, because as I said, I've written 6 books. I have quite a bit of experience. My first book was published by US publishing company, and the experience was not spectacular. So I decided to create my own press, Wellness on the Go press. So I'm here to help practitioners get their message out there and hopefully get excited about their practice. So I hope this quick show was helpful for you to see, that it is either the webinar, the online program, the campaigns, or even potentially writing a book or integrating a book in your system, and what it can do to energize your practice, and also reactivate old patients that have not been in the practice for a while, but staying top of mind and positioning yourself as the expert in the community. So this was Dr. Nathalie Beauchamp for Empowering Women in Chiropractic. Again, thank you to ChiroSecure for putting these amazing shows together. It's always nice as practitioners to see what others are doing, exchanging ideas and best practice. So thank you. I hope you enjoy the show.
Join us each week as we bring you the best in business growth, practice management, social media marketing, networking, leadership, and lots more. If it's about women in practice and business, you'll hear it here. This has been a ChiroSecure production.